Fast those and the J's in the way. Got a name, bitch, watch, but it don't take time. I pull up on the hop if it's talking too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Boy, this my court, got a block.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner here gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. For the Titans and Chiefs, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming off road wins in Foxborough and in Baltimore. And they led at one point 17-7, but as the Chiefs did 3 times in those playoffs, they rallied back from a double-digit deficit, ultimately winning 35-24 and punching their ticket to Miami.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Attack. It's our time. Undercrush.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Kill. 55, mark, 55.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now here's Mahomes, buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Second and 6.
Check. 15. He's coming. Double up.
Now Williams. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans 33. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
55, Mark, 55. Strip the ball.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Harold Landry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
43.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Mariota now from the 50. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Frank Clark in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And the pressure gets to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Kern in punt formation.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
For Travis Kelsey.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
It's a gain of 16. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DJ Chark, 44 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
By the Titans.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
12 yards there and a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. Yeah. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And he rifles one incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner. and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I know he ain't got it. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
On second down now, it's Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
3rd and 2.
Mahomes now to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Derrick Henry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, here's Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, watch it.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Check 31. Check 31. Shoot.
Williams will try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota escaping the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, it's Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Chiefs 6.
Heck of a boost right there into the locker room. A long field goal try, and he got it to go.
That's the basketball equivalent of a half-court shot at the buzzer, and guess what? They both count 3.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones.
By the Titans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
10-10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Go. Hatchet.
Mariota to throw it this time. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down throw for Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Check three. Watch out.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota dancing to his left. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis. 26 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Got you. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Pushing through the contact. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, 57, 57.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken at the 46. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 36, Mariota. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Derrick Henry.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
26-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
They'll run it again with Henry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming from the 19. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
To A.J. Brown.
Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Titans 33, Chiefs 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
At the 13-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
29-yard line.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Corey Davis. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Second down at 4. Running from the gun with Henry. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Nice play, man.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This AFC title bout has no doubt not gone according to plan, and these fans, they seem stunned as we move towards the final stages of this ball game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On first down, it's Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. And watch the lane. Check.
They'll run. It's Henry. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Today's final score, Titans.
And with this win,